rise in the jungle we unite in dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Now who want 'em, who crossing on? Now who want 'em, who bought 'em? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and
Welcome to Bengals and Brews. We lost again. We almost won. Yeah. It was almost an epic win at the end. I don't know why we didn't throw to Ja'Marr. I mean, I guess we'll just say the positive. Joe Burrow over 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Ja'Marr almost 300 fucking yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah. Those guys are incredible, and it's frustrating as a fan. We're 4-6, and they're both playing like two of the best quarterback and the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah,
and I feel like we're wasting that talent right now because we just had a trade deadline. We haven't done a show on here since that. We added a running back who got a carry and fumbled the ball. And
he didn't get a carry.
Stood on there. He tried. He didn't get the handoff even.
That was his only play, right?
But you couldn't have added some kind of pass rush because, once again, against every decent team, there's almost no pass rush outside of Trey Hendrickson. The one guy who did get some and had a 33% win rate on true pass sets was Miles Murphy. But you know how many total snaps he had? 12. And you know how many he had for pass rush? 6 fucking snaps.
Who else was in there? Sam Hubbard?
Hendrickson played like almost 80% of the snaps. Osai got more. But they're basically, it's almost like Trey played so much that then they rotated the other 3 a lot. I mean, you got to get more Miles Murphy. You got a first-round pick in him. He's still like 22 years old or something. You've got to play him. I mean, you got to fucking play him. That's got to be on coaching.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, speaking of coaching and all that and stuff, the thing that just got me is 3rd and 4th down. You're throwing these deep passes that are way too risky. You know, there's a good old thing called play it safe. And sometimes play it safe gets you a touchdown sometimes. Like I say, I get it. You want to go deep. 3rd down, I was okay with. But, I mean, 4th down, doing the same play again. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and that's Andrew here, too. Can we pick up the 1st down? 2 deep passes in a row. Yeah, and that's what I said. You know, it's like, so I titled this, like, who do we blame? And it's not just – we can talk about who do we blame for yesterday's game, but it's much deeper than that for me. Yeah. It's this front office. It's the unwillingness to have a larger scouting department. It's an unwillingness to be more proactive and get it in bringing in players in free agency to, just do the things that winning teams do. When you have deficiencies or injuries and you need pass rush help, you go and you make a trade for it. If you want to have any chance to improve and beat these teams, because it's been a problem all year, and to not do it is over and over. And we've seen this with Carson, and he asked out. And, I'm not saying Burrow will do that, but at what point would you blame Joe Burrow if he's out there playing like the best player in the league and you can't even be 500? Like, because they're not doing enough around him, And I mean, yeah, there was things, and I still don't like the 2-point conversion. I don't understand why was Tanner Hudson the first read on that play. Why is that the play that you call even after a timeout, which I wouldn't even call the timeout. You had Ja'Marr one-on-one. Boom, I'm going to Ja'Marr. Yeah. Ja'Marr is playing incredible. I'm going, and I think the Ravens weren't ready for it, and they would have had a better chance. They call a timeout, and the Ravens come out in like the same coverage with Ja'Marr out there one-on-one. And the primary read is your your 4th tight end if Eric All is still healthy.
Yes.
And Tanner Hudson, who has had some drops this year too, And yes, there was penalties on that play, and the NFL officiating absolutely dog shit. We all know that.
Yeah.
But why was that the first read? It's insane to me.
Let me just say what you're saying, Dale, is completely right. The thing is, though, it's like these things aren't just showing up. These things happen the whole goddamn time. They were masked. They were masked by the play of Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase. This bullshit has been happening the whole fucking time, and we were fooled. Fucking fool's gold, man. That's what the fuck they gave us. Joe Burrow comes out, a great player, an epic player, generational player. Ja'Marr Chase, same way. And they mask these problems that were going on in the front office that are now showing up again. I'm telling you, everybody's like, we had a great free agency when we got Ted Karras, Alec Kappa, and that. We did. We got fucking lucky, it looks like, because we haven't had a free agency to that caliber since. We got fucking lucky.
Yeah, and I think it was Joe Goodberry. Sorry, go ahead.
What Joe Goodberry say?
Well, I don't know if people that haven't seen his video, which it was going to be for subscribers, but he accidentally posted it on non-subscribers, so I got to watch that one. And it was just a long, like 10-minute thing, and he talked about exactly that. Like, we're hoping to get lucky with the coaching hires. We're hoping this and that because of the lack of resources and scouting department and being unwilling to make trades or, filling out the back end of a roster. Like Calais Campbell should have been a Bengal. You should have aggressively went after him and had him. And he's ranked like 5th overall for D tackles as his grade on PFF. And he's been a good player in this league, good locker room guy. You shouldn't have let DJ Reader leave. Sheldon Rankin's been awful. I don't think any of us expected him to be this bad. I mean,
as far as like the new coaching goes, and who? Okay, let's say that you fire Zach Taylor. Who are you bringing in? Because it's not like you can just fucking handpick a coach because they have to want to come here too. Yeah. And you know what they have to do? They have to want to get paid whatever the fucking Bengals are going to pay them. And from what I understand, Zach Taylor ain't making a fuck ton of money. And it's not very it's not an attractive landing spot because the Bengals don't pay top dollar for their coaching.
Ben Johnson would be the guy. And I'm not even I think Zach isn't near the problem, the front office and the ownership and
front office, the lack
Duke, Tobin, and the scouting department. And Luke, the defense is awful, and Zach's at least, the offense, and a lot of that's Burrow and Chase at the end of the day also. But, I would just say, like, if Zach was to leave, like Ben Johnson, but every other team's going to want him too, the Lions offense coordinator. Yeah. Like, that would be a guy. And he'd be calling plays too. And I mean, at minimum, after this season, you got to get a new D coordinator. I don't care. You got to shake things up. You need two offensive guards because they both suck. They're both terrible. And Kappa got planted on his ass on that 2-point conversion too, and that damn sure sped everything up on that play and kept it. Even if maybe Tanner Hudson, gets a little – Burrow is able to put it on him and he scores there, the 2-point conversion. We're saying, great. Oh, that's so smart. Don't go to Ja'Marr, go to Tanner Hudson. No, like we all knew.
Cordell Volson was one of the in that picture where it said there was actually 3 face masks, and the guy that was face masking fucking Burrow had one guy on the ground.
I think
face mask, and then I think
it was Cody Ford. I think it was Cody Ford.
Oh, was it Cody Ford?
But yeah, Volson had a terrible grade. Kappa had a terrible pass blocking grade per PFF. Those guys are
last game
trash. They're fucking trash.
Call out coverage and switch it from what Joe was saying, and then fucking Joe got plowed by the guy Joe was calling out as the guy that was about to come in and blitz him. And then Volson changed the call. He was like, this guy. And then the fucking guy that Joe said fucking plowed right into his ass.
Yeah, and Dustin's saying, like, the Ravens rarely blitz, got all the pressure with just rushing 4. Yeah, Odafe Owe was absolutely destroying Cody Ford. And who could have predicted that Cody Ford would be a weakness? I don't know. Who could have seen that coming at left tackle? And, I said go get Cam Fleming, like, before the Eagles game when Orlando was, like, questionable because you had lost Kirkland and you had lost Trent Brown. It's like you had lost these guys. Go out and be proactive. Here's like a veteran in Cam Fleming setting on the practice squad of Denver who has had phenomenal tackle play, so it's hard for him to get any run there, but he's played left and right tackle, and he had a 70-some grade last year, and it's like he's just sitting there. In what world do you not go out and sign him? It's vet minimum. He's on the practice squad. He'd love to get vet minimum.
If Orlando Brown Jr. plays yesterday, we win. If T. Higgins plays yesterday, we win. If the Bengals would have went out and got Calais Campbell in the free and before the trade deadline, we win, maybe.
And if if Chase Brown don't fumble, I mean, we got to mention that
Chase
too.
Brown fumbling was definitely.
We had that game. No, I was
You're
confident.
up 14. You're driving, and you're probably going to put more points in, and it's over. They were booing. Their fans were booing. You could have put the nail in the. We have not been able to finish against a good team.
The offense is doing great. We did a slow pace offense, keep Lamar off the field. It was brilliant. The plan was going brilliant, but it just shows you fumble like that right there changes all the momentum.
The entire fucking game.
Yeah, and T being part-time and T missing 5 games, I can't, like you guys know, I was all the way back in. I'm like, man, he's so explosive and he does so much for this team. But it's like, how can you re-sign T? How can you use $30 million on T Higgins when you got so many other holes? And we've seen, like, yes, I know a lot of it's Ja'Marr Chase, but it's still Joe Burrow, and you still can get a lot of guys the ball. But we still need to find some kind of upgrades over like Yoshi and over Trent Irwin and over Jermaine Burton. Even he hasn't showed us anything. I want to see more of him, but he didn't really do anything yesterday, and he played almost 50% of the snaps. But what's up, Derek?
What's going on, fellas? The only thing that I was thinking last night was, the whole MAGA shit. Well, we need to make Andre great again. I don't know what the hell happened to him. 7 passes in the last 7 games.
7 catches, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I know it turns out our 6th-round pick is a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
I mean,
turns out a guy that you're probably, when you draft a guy in the 6th round, you're hoping they can be a wide receiver 4 and a red zone guy, and he is that.
Yeah.
But he's having to be a 2 and a 3, and he's not that.
I also feel like that the NFL wide receivers, there's things that they have that you can't teach. And I think that those are the problems that Yoshi's having. And that's called separation and hand fighting at the line of scrimmage. I think he has trouble getting separation.
Yeah. And that's the thing though, Dale, if you think about it, these slot receivers all around the NFL, I mean, how many of those are diamonds in the rough that teams have found that aren't guys in the top 3 rounds? I mean, generally speaking, when you pick a guy in the top 2 rounds, we'll say, you're not picking a slot receiver, right?
Yeah, not typically. I mean, they got to be really good. Like I think a guy this year would be like Emeka Egbuka will play a lot of slot in the NFL. There's Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's more of a slot guy that I think he went in the 1st round to the Seahawks a couple years ago. There's always some. But there's a lot of, like, I love Xavier Restrepo from Miami. I think he'd be fun. Tez Johnson, he's a smaller guy out of Oregon, but man, he'd be fun. And these are guys maybe you can get in the 3rd and 4th round, And I mean, we could have got one. We could have got one of those last year, Jalen McMillan, who's on the Buccaneers and not playing bad. But instead, you took with the character concerns and the red flags and Jermaine Burton. And hey, maybe he still lives up to the hype. But
be great.
I don't know that, though. I can't.
Hey, just now getting worked into the offense. The guy, look, take away the character issues. The guy was a baller in fucking college. He didn't drop passes. I mean, go fast forward to the Bengals. You take away the fucking meeting that he didn't sleep at, that he slept through, whatever, and he goes out there and he gets 2 passes. Dale, you were telling me, was this pass yesterday? Was it 12 yards?
No, I don't think he got it, but there was a crazy stat that
it's short. Like tell him the stat.
It would have been his first 3 catches. This isn't targets, but the first 3 catches of his career, he'd have been like the only receiver to have over 100 yards on his first 3 NFL catches as a rookie.
If he would have got 12 yards, and I'm telling you, that catch that he got was close to fucking.
Yeah, 12. And maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't look it up, but I just thought that was funny.
It was.
I'm just saying, like so the dude's got issues, but he just started playing, and any rookie that starts. Usually they're going to have a little bit of trials and tribulations starting on the live field. And so I really don't have concerns about Burton at this point.
Well, I do, because the one thing that you can control as a rookie and stuff, even though you're going to have growing pains, is your work ethic and showing up to things. And I don't trust him to do that.
Carlos Dunlap, though, remember? Carlos Dunlap, Marvin Lewis wouldn't let him on the field because of fucking work ethic and shit. And he became one of the best fucking ends that we had. So that's
and he
what I'm
had
saying.
red flags coming out. He had a DUI,
Fucking
missed the bowl game. So I
kids
hope.
out of college are goddamn knuckleheads, man. No offense to everybody fucking watching the show that's in your younger 20s, but you're fucking knuckleheads. Life starts teaching you lessons. You start learning to do shit right.
That's fair. That's fair.
You stop taking shortcuts because when you're young, you think you can get away with that shit. When you're older, you know that you just put in the good quality, do things you're supposed to do and do it right, and you usually get a better outcome.
All right, Greg, you had something, and I know Derek had something. So
Yeah, well, look, this is just kind of off topic. Look, Zach Taylor. There's people upset with Zach Taylor. Thing of it is, there was a tweet that I saw today that just really ticked me off. His wife posted on Instagram how she is just fed up. Look, anybody out there, don't just go at his wife or his kids.
What?
I mean, that is to me that is just horrible. Coming at you, saying, "Hey, your husband's this," or that's that. To me, that is just god awful and all that. Whoever out there is doing it, do not do that at all. That is just horrible.
Fucking probably Tyler Bowles. Stop it, Tyler.
That's all I want to say. But no. Everybody has a right to vent, criticize coaching, but just do not do it to his family.
His
though.
wife tweeted that people were.
No,
she's going to delete Instagram or something.
It was on
because-
Instagram. It was on her
I don't
Instagram
know.
story.
That people say stuff, and then her kid also said, "Well, you just got to ignore it. They say stuff to me too." I don't know. I'm just whatever.
How old is the kid?
That is awful. Probably 12, if that. I know.
Yeah,
Either way, it doesn't matter. Kid, wife, whatever. I agree with that. Just There's no reason to come.
There's no reason to even do it to him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You should die. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. No, I agree with all that for sure. Derek, I know you had something too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just tying in on the Cordell Bolton thing. I saw some clips today where he's still tripping his own guys. Like, I don't know what happened to him, and maybe he's done this his whole entire career to this point, and I just haven't noticed it. But he done it 3 times in this game. He tripped Ted Harris. He tripped, I think he tripped Teddy K twice. And one of them he tripped him, and that ended up negating Chase Brown's run.
I didn't think that was a hold, but yeah, you're talking about the one they called Teddy for holding then when he was falling to the ground.
And it's just like, I don't know what the hell happened to this kid, but he has gotten worse and worse and worse.
He was never that good. Like he would put together games here and there, and we thought maybe he was trending better. But a lot of that was the way they changed the offense to Jake Browning at the last year. And then this year, the only games I feel like he played good was when it was like defensive lines that were pretty ass. You know what I mean? And then and when he plays anybody that's a halfway decent D line, he usually gets his ass kicked. He's not a good pass blocker, and we throw the ball what last night, 49 times or something?
Right.
Like, I don't know, maybe get a guy that is a better pass blocker at guard than a run blocker.
Maybe that guy's name's Ted Karras.
Yeah.
Yeah, and put Matt Lee at center and move Ted to left guard, and you could do that this year.
Play center. I know Ted wants to play center, but
do you want to win games? I want to win games more than
I want to win games. No, Dale, you're right. You want to win games.
As bleak as everything looks, we still, Burrow said we need to go 7-2. We've lost one of those 2 games.
Yeah, now we need to go 6 for 7.
We got to go 6 for 7 from here on out. It doesn't, possible, but you look at the schedule. I mean, crazy.
We haven't beat anybody that has more than 2 fucking wins.
What happens when you look at the schedule, Derek?
Chargers have more than 2 wins. The Broncos have more than 2 wins. The Steelers have a lot more than 2 wins. You got them twice.
How many times,
I know that's maybe you should beat these teams, but we didn't beat the fucking Patriots.
How many times this season have I looked at the schedule and went, well, we can win because of our schedule, and then we're still fucking, now we're 2 games from 500.
I love you, Derek. I know. I just don't like the look ahead, brother. I'm tired.
I hate it.
Hey, Derek knows my day. Derek, I love you, buddy.
Yeah, Greg's right with these. Like, yeah, Derek, preach.
Yeah, positivity.
All I'm saying is,
I hear you.
as devastating as it was, and I was drunk off my ass, getting up at 4:30 in the morning after going to bed at fucking 11:30, 12 last night.
I couldn't sleep.
You got more than I did.
Yeah, I got 3 hours.
I had to be at work at 5:30.
But the grass is always greener.
Where the fuck is this grass? You talking about the Kentucky bluegrass?
You're right.
Where the fuck is this grass you've been talking about?
Grass is always greener when we play on fucking turf.
Man, I don't know. I wish I had more positivity, but I don't. Like, I just haven't. Like, it's setting back and realizing, like you said, Chop, for me is how I feel. I feel like we're bamboozled. We got all excited because of Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase and the talent and potential. But it was like you needed to strike on those rookie contracts with that top talent. Yeah. And when you didn't win that Super Bowl and you didn't, I don't know, man. Now I just feel like we're regressing, and every time we've regressed, it's been like we've almost had to blow things up before they got better. Once we started regressing, because once we start regressing, I mean, like Palmer wanted to leave, but even like Andy Dalton, so they kind of plateaued with the playoff runs, and then and then we were just god awful after that. You started losing Marvin Jones, you started losing Mohamed Sanu. And I feel like, we lost Jesse Bates. We lost DJ Reader. We're probably losing T. Higgins. And I get it with the injuries. You can't pay him what he's going to get on the market. But you're losing these guys. And then as a team, you're just going to get worse. And the Bengals aren't going to go out and be like, let's get this guy. Let's get these top free agents. They're going to be like, no, maybe if we could wait and get the tier 3 and 4 free agents and strike gold like that one time.
Just wait till the draft. We can probably pick something up in the 7th round. I'm just
the next TJ Houshmandzadeh. How many fucking years ago was that? You know what I mean? Like you can't
rely on a Geno Atkins like in the 4th round all the time, stuff like that either.
No, and you can't rely on like Clint Bowling was a 4th round guard. You got to draft some offensive linemen in the 2nd and 3rd round, guys. Interior offensive linemen. They treat interior O-line like it's nothing.
Right.
And the league is now nothing but dominant fucking pass rushers on the interior. Yeah, there's some good guys on the outside, but one of them's on our team named Trey Hendrickson. But the teams with the Dexter Lawrences and the Justin Matabikes, and you can move those interior guys a little to the outside. You can move them around. Those are the teams that are kicking your fucking ass, kicking your fucking teeth in. What do you got to do to combat that? Have a damn good interior offensive line. And the Bengals just don't invest in it, man. And it sucks.
I bet Ja'Marr Chase will be a Bengal. Don't worry about that. I mean, he'll be a Bengal, because he's gonna get paid, and he's here with his boy Joey. They're gonna fucking go down with the ship.
I said I thought he would, but are we sure on that anymore? Yeah, because he's playing so well. Are they going to say we're going to give you $40 million a year?
He's going to win. He has every right to ask. What is Jefferson getting? 35?
Yes.
Or is Mike Brown going to go, well, we're actually in the top 10 again because we lost some games here at the end.
Right.
Maybe I'll just get me a first-round receiver again.
Chase has every right to say right now, give me $40 million. He has every right to say that. I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
They should have had it done. Should have had it done. But we got to worry about being cash poor and escrow money. And
Dustin says, make it make sense. The problem was with Chase contract guarantees. What's going to change in 2025? It'd only be more making assumptions. Now, I heard from a source inside Paycor that he wanted $160 million. That it wasn't the guaranteed money. He wants $160 million for 4 years. He wants $40 million a year.
Well, he's going to get it now.
Which is $5 million on top of Justin Jefferson. So I don't know if it was a guaranteed money for sure or not. I just know that someone from inside had told me that he was asking for $160 million for 4 years. That was the holdup, which I agree with. Look, I know that I'm out here on an island myself. Everybody's like, pay Ja'Marr Chase. And I'm like, yeah, pay Ja'Marr Chase. But at the same time, Joe Burrow, $55 million a year. Ja'Marr Chase, $40 million a year. That's $95 fucking million a year out of our salary cap, which is what, $250, something like that.
I don't know. It goes up every year.
$239 million.
You can structure things to where.
I'm just saying, man, that's a lot of fucking money for two players on your team. Here we are bitching we don't have a defense, and you want someone like fucking Dexter Lawrence, Chris Jones. Who the fuck is paying them?
Hey, Dale, who's that Newton guy that's playing really well for the Washington? You know him?
I'm just saying, like, a veteran. Greg. That guy's brand new. He's a rookie. That's through the draft. But I'm talking about bringing in free agents. Who in the fuck are we going to bring in here that's got a big-ass name when we're paying? And I'm not saying that they don't deserve the money. I'm just saying when two fucking players take up, what, almost like a little less than 1/3 of your fucking salary cap, where's the money for a defense? You see, you're like, Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase can score 50 fucking points. Well, guess what? Doesn't matter when the other team can score 51 because we don't have a fucking defense. I'm not saying don't pay Ja'Marr. I'm just saying, like, I feel like I'm all alone. Like, we should negotiate with Ja'Marr and get, not just be like, oh, boom, you're the fucking touchdown leader in the NFL. And it's no Ja'Marr Chase hate, but like, oh, you're the touchdown leader. What the fuck you want? Here's a check. Fill it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we have to play the other guys. $5 million fucking dollars a year can get you a quality player. Am I wrong?
Not in this NFL.
$5 million fucking dollars. It gets you quality for what we got. It gets you a fucking step up from what we got in some positions.
But you got to identify the right guys, like you paid,
exactly.
And that's a problem because we don't have enough scouts. We don't have an analytics department. We don't have all these things because the front office isn't providing them. We're not identifying the right free agents. You're paying Sheldon Rankins, $13 million. Well, that's been a fucking, you might as well light that money on fire. At least we know if we pay Ja'Marr 40, we know what we're getting.
Right.
The best fucking wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like that would be an argument for why you got to pay the guys that are so good because you know what you're getting out of them.
And you look at all the other guys like Gruden, Jackson, all these assistants we've had on, they've all said, hey, yeah, we've all got involved in the draft process. That's cool and all, but that also shows you they don't hire a scouting department. They have to get the coaches involved. Now, that's not a bad thing, obviously, but it's just a way, like you were saying there, we barely have a scouting staff.
Yeah, and the analytics, man, I mean, it's all this information's out there, and it's like they think they're so much smarter than every other fucking team in the NFL. Well, what have you won?
Right.
You're clearly not.
What, 3 AFC championships? Woohoo!
Yeah, and Stone was a huge miss as well, Darth. That's, I mean, like, you bring those guys in, and it's like, we can't afford to pay Jesse Bates, whatever, $15 million or whatever he got. Well, damn, I sure wish we would have now because it's just a revolving door of shit back there.
To be fair, Natty Ron, Sheldon Rankins was not brought in here to stop a run. He was brought in here to rush a passer.
Yeah.
That's
and
his
he can't
strength.
do that either.
Nope. That was his strength.
And that's the thing, man. People were like, well, you couldn't have signed Reader because of the injuries and he misses too much time. And I look and I'm like, Sheldon Rankins missed just as much time as him in his career. It's like the exact same. Like, what are we talking about?
It's possible, Elephant. I'm not as intimate with other teams in their front office. I haven't had to deal with them for fucking 52 years. Are the Bengals the worst front office in the NFL? I don't know.
Yes, I'm sure. This here, like Trey Hendrickson, if you're inside that big circle, that's good. That's Trey. 3-point-some seconds. The league average there is 4.57. That's Trey. But look at the rest of the guys here. See, they're outside of that. They're not getting near the quarterback. They're not collapsing the pocket. And Sheldon Rankins, the worst of, it's got Osai on here and it's got BJ Hill. And I don't think Murphy played enough for them to put him on here. Honestly, that's why he's not on here. And then it's got Rankins, who's 6.22 seconds. He's off the fucking chart over here on the end, guys. Sheldon, it's a waste of fucking money. Like, but hey, we can't bring back DJ, who is locker room leader, and we know what we were getting with him. Like, fuck out of here, because you tried to lowball
him. Elephant. At least we have the Reds. Oh wait. Well, the Reds, I don't know.
We have a manager now, I guess.
They might be the next ones to bamboozle us. They went out and got a fucking good manager.
Right.
Maybe it's all going to be.
But now it's free agency time, and will he spend any actual money? No, probably not.
Tyler, what's Tyler got to say? He's throwing us a super chat too. Appreciate that. One thing I want to know is why we play soft zone all the time. We tend to run this every game. It doesn't work. What does Lou see in this? Lou has cataracts.
Yeah, and it's like we do it like that second half was atrocious. And it was just soft-ass defense. And they played so good in the first half of the game. We had so much hope, boys. And that's the thing. Like, we can blame Chase Brown for the fumble. But then the defense completely fell apart and shit the bed that entire rest of the game after that. Like, what happened?
Do you think that, and I don't want to call out guys' conditioning, but do you think the guys are gassed where Lou was like, all right, these guys, I'm going to have to start playing some soft zone and stuff because they just can't go balls to the wall all game long? Because it looked to me like they just had nothing left after the first half.
They gave up after that goddamn fumble, man, and they just like gave the fuck up. That how can our it's my fault, man. It's my fault because I tweeted. I went on X and I tweeted, can I get some? I tweeted to the Bengals like, can I get some more of this D? My fault. I fucked it up. I should.
Between you and the Destiny, your shirts chop. We're putting all the blame on you this year.
I
baby.
recognized early in the game, and I opened my mouth that I thought the defense had showed up and was playing great, and then they fucking sucked. They came out and blew a 14 fucking point lead. They got outscored 28-0. Wasn't it 28-0? We got outscored.
I know they gave up like 4 straight touchdowns. I don't know if we got something in there.
Jesus Christ, with they, the TV announcer showed up, was pointing it out last night how Logan Wilson and Geno Stone like gave up on the play.
I thought this comment would make you happy. Victoria says she loves some good
Victoria. DM at porkchop1972.
It's right there. It's right there by his name.
Yeah, it's here. No, anyway. But they just they thought the play was over. They thought Logan Wilson was going to get him. So Geno Stone just chilled the or no, who was it initially? Was it Cam Taylor-Britt that missed the tackle?
Yeah, Cam, he was awful in that. And then Logan Wilson and then Geno Stone
gave up and were just fucking chilling.
Geno Stone is who we thought he is. Remember the last couple weeks where his tackling grade was good and stuff? I seen last night it was like a 20, 27 or 20. He's back in Baltimore, back to dude's not it, man.
He's trying to get to his number 22. That's his goal.
Yeah. He's been bad. And Jordan Battle rotating with Von Bell, can we not play Von Bell and Jordan Battle together and get Geno Stone out of there a little bit? Something. Dejon Anthony, Tyson Anderson. CTB's been just
juice ran out.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's happened to him.
I hate to talk. You get to know these players' families and stuff, and so you feel shitty saying that they're not playing great. Because I love me fucking Courtney and Daryl.
But the people that watch don't care about that.
I know they don't care.
And they don't want us to blow smoke up their ass. Cam Taylor-Britt has sucked. I'm sorry, I got a Juice Gang jersey. I love that family.
So do I.
But he is not playing well this season. He looked like a Pro Bowler last year. I just don't know what's changed. And he'll start out a game and have a great play. And God, if he would have had that interception,
man.
We wouldn't be having this conversation probably because we would have won the game and we'd been Cam made the biggest play in the game and he had some other good plays. But overall for the season, it's been a really bad season. And you're the talent's there, the speed's there. And I seen Dustin was asking, do you think how they put the team together weird? Yeah, it is slow ass safeties and fast corners and just doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell the plan is. And I think they just bargain bin shop the best they can, and because that's just who they are.
Yeah, look at this. Matt says CTB feels like another William Jackson III.
I mean, when William Jackson fell off, especially after he left here, he was just done, And Cam's just in his third year? It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, man. It really doesn't. And Sam is done as a pass rusher. He's still 14th out of 114, Natty Ron, as a run defender. But it's hard because you don't know what another team's going to do. So it's hard to have Sam on the field a ton of snaps when he gives you nothing as a pass rusher.
How long is he under contract still?
He's just got next year, and you can get out of it. There was a bunch of contract stuff that I looked through, and then I literally seen 2 minutes later that someone had already. I spent 15 minutes doing that because somebody asked me on Twitter.
And for those that don't go to the games, when they announce the defense, they almost always do Sam Hubbard last because of the whole fucking Cincinnati thing. They'll say Cincinnati's own Sam Hubbard, and everybody in the fucking jungle, I'm not gonna lie, blows up. They love Sam Hubbard because he played at fucking Moeller, in Ohio State. But at some point, I agree.
So with Sam,
better.
I got some of the stuff, because the Bengals hate dead cap money. So I'll preface this by saying that first. And I'll include those numbers here as well. But if they cut Sam, it will save $9.5 million. It's still a $2 million dead cap hit, but that's what that factored in. It would save $9.5 million you could use on another player. And I think if they do keep Sam, they do probably need to start playing him on the interior, like I talked about somebody on X earlier. He was saying that. And I think you could still use him on rundowns and things like that and maybe get one more season out of him. But if so, he's going to have to restructure, right? Yeah. He's going to have to restructure. Yeah. You can't have him in here at like $12 million for next year. Like, if he wants to be here another year and finish this thing out, Cincinnati guy and everything, then that's got to happen at least. But hey, if he don't want to do that, then save yourself the $10 million. And you eat the fucking dead cap hits. You got to do it. Who gives a shit? You got to improve your team.
Exactly.
The top one that we were talking about, Sheldon Rankins giving us nothing. So he signed the 2-year deal, but to me, it's a no-brainer. You save $10.5 million by cutting him. $10.5 million you can use on someone else. Do it. Yeah, there's a $2 million dead cap hit. Who gives a fuck? You're getting nothing out of that man. He's stealing money. I ain't paying him another $11 million next year to steal even more money as he gets another year older.
Exactly.
Bye. You're gone. Hello, Sheldon. I need you to come in my office. Yeah, we're cutting your fucking ass. Bye. It's like that.
Exactly. Listen, Ohio Game Talk says, when you be honest, look at the schedule. Who do we beat? Like, if we're honest, like, come on, man. Like, seriously, honest. The LA Chargers are we got a mini bye, and then we got the LA Chargers before our regular bye. That's a winnable game. I think that's probably the hardest game we got left on the schedule, right?
The Steelers are good.
Well, okay, that's right.
Twice.
You're right.
Steelers twice, Chargers. The Broncos are over 500.
Doing way better than expected.
We got the Browns again. You would
Cleveland, who we already beat.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on fucking Cooper Rush.
Yeah. That's the thing. The Cowboys, I know they've sucked this year, but do we expect them not to play well in prime time in Dallas with a backup quarterback against us? I'm sure that'll happen. We're used to that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Backup quarterbacks. The fucking Cooper Rush is going to be in the Pro Bowl after fucking December, 19th, is it? No, December 9th. By the way, if you want to go see that happen live in person for $20, you can go to Project Game Day and get a chance to go down there. Airfare transfers, tailgate party, and tickets to the game.
Hey, Ohio Game Talks. I'm a Cavs fan, baby, and yeah, they're 9-0. I know no one's here for that, so Chop gets mad when I bring it up, but
I don't care.
Go
just
Cavs. I gotta have something in my life,
Cleveland. Right? I hate all of Cleveland, man. But anyway, if you just go to Project Game Days, any of their social media, there's a link to the Venmo. You can get on there, and all you got to do is buy a $20 donation and put in the comment that it's for the raffle, and it's for 2 tickets, airfare, hotel, transfers, game, and tailgate experience. $20 a ticket at Project Game Day. You can go watch us massacre Jerry Jones' team down in Texas.
Yeah, but why would I do that? I could just get Disney Plus and watch The Simpsons on TV now.
Oh, that's true. With Team Bart.
Oh, shit. I'm not supposed to say that because Project Game. Yeah, good. Did you get your fans of Cincy tickets?
Because you're sore.
I don't have Disney Plus anyways. I ain't paying for that shit.
You're sore because you can't win. That's why, Dale. I'm sore because I would want to go too.
You're right. Some other cap hits we could do, and this would be, obviously at the end of the season. Alex Kappa, we were saying, has been atrocious. You could save $8 million on the last year of his deal, and dead money would be $2.25 million. And then Geno Stone, you could save $6.75 million. So you total just those. Let's say you cut those 4 players because you don't feel like you're getting much out of them between Hubbard, Kappa, Rankins, and Stone. That's $35 million in cap space. What's $35 million? Well, there's your Ja'Marr money. I mean, alone right there. Plus, we're already going to have another 30 or 40 or $50 million in cap space already. So go out and get you a D lineman. I'm hoping Milton Williams from the Eagles makes it because I was trying to look at some free agents. I know we still got a season. We still got ball to play. But there's some things on this
point,
defense. There's some things that are not fixable right now. Period. For the season.
That came and went on Tuesday.
And where's Yannick Ngakoue? Because why wouldn't you bring him in as another pass rusher? Like, he's out there now.
I don't know. Also, if you want cornerback help, you still got what's his name?
Howard.
Xavier Howard, and you got Patrick Peterson out there, who's older, but
Apple.
I mean, he could still come in and contribute.
Apple went to the Chargers. My bad.
Yeah.
Who?
Apple went to the Chargers.
Oh yeah, Apple went to Chargers.
Yeah, there's another guy that was cut too that I'm not real familiar with, but some like McLeod or something maybe. I don't know. Somebody might. I don't know enough about him to really. I hadn't looked into
Connor
him.
McLeod. Yeah. He's the Highlander.
And then Zach Moss too. If you cut Zach Moss, it'd be like another $3.5 million you could save for next year. So I mean, there's ways to make money.
IR?
No, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be this year. Everything that I said for the cuts would be in the off season. You know, guys, you are entering like the last years of their deal because I would think we should at least keep Mike Hilton and bring him back. I wouldn't mind bringing Gesicki back. I think he's been a nice weapon to have. I would try to get BJ Hill back. I mean, we need more pass rush, not to lose even more than what we've already got again. So, I mean, there's definitely some guys that you need to pay after this season. You know, it's not just Ja'Marr Chase. There's guys on your team. Plus, you got to figure out a way to improve. You got like 6 draft picks.
Pay Chase and figure a way to get. Who's the dude from Miami?
I don't know who.
Were you talking about someone from Miami earlier?
Oh, maybe he's talking about Javon Holland, the safety, because that's a guy that, he would be top of my list for safeties. That's a Miami Dolphin. I like him at safety. I like, and you don't know who's going to get franchise tagged. That's why it's hard to talk about this too much.
He's too young, Grandizer.
He didn't
get the Highlander joke because he's fucking too young.
I remember a little bit of Highlander,
There can be only one. He's McLeod. His last name was McLeod.
Oh, see, that went right over my head, man. It's my bad.
Highlander used to be my fucking shit, man.
And I do think I'm too upset, man. And Chop, you've talked about it before. Letting this team affect my mentals is not good.
Yeah.
I don't like
it's
it.
not.
That's why me and my daughter are getting ready to go somewhere, get something to eat. Like I gotta get my mind off of football, and I'm not wearing any Bengals gear. I don't want to see anybody out and them say that was a tough loss last night. I'm talking about it now, and I don't want to fucking speak about this, even though I know I'll probably be on fucking Twitter later.
I was jealous though when you came on and I saw you in all your Kentucky gear. I thought, man, I should have put on some fucking LSU gear or some shit because I'm the same way. Like I'll get ready for work after a loss. I mean, after last year, after a loss is a little different, but pre-injury. But this year, I'm just like, here's a fucking another one, and I'm looking at my shit to get ready, and I got all this bullshit from the goddamn chop shop here. They're all fucking Bengals shirts, and I'm like,
70% of my wardrobe is Bengals.
I know. Like I don't feel like wearing Bengals. Like I gotta dig to find a fucking cat shirt that my wife got me 3 years ago.
Like I usually need a day, a lot of times on Mondays after a loss, it's like, oh, I ain't wearing no Bengals to work. Typically, sometimes I still do, but then like by Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm already back wearing something.
Wednesday, usually if it's a Sunday game, Wednesday. So by that math, I should be good to go by Monday or Tuesday. I doubt it though. I mean, because come on, man, this was the game that we were supposed to.
Both games against the Ravens have been.
There were so many deeper things in this game besides just winning. It was we can't beat a fucking team with a winning record, and once again, we did not beat a team with a winning record. This was supposed to be get up to 500. We didn't get up to 500.
Burrow back in the MVP race, like he would have been front and center of the MVP race after 400 yards and 4 touchdowns and winning that game. Like, and I mean, honestly, he still deserves to be there, but you can't win. Should be in the conversation, but you can't win it when your team's.
Joe Burrow right now looks like 2019 Joe Burrow who won the national title. Like when you see him in that pocket looking around and dissecting that defense, that's what he looks like. We have got a fucking killer. A 100% certified fucking killer. at the head of our fucking team, and it's being wasted with no goddamn defense. Wasted with no fucking defense.
And the Bengals defense looks like 2000. What was it, 16, where they were fucking historically bad?
Yeah.
Looks like some bullshit you picked in the playground.
Hey, Greg, Tyler's trying to help you out with your job here, so why don't you read this for me?
Yeah, he's doing the sponsors, Greg.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing of positivity that comes out. Midwest Best Barbecue, special announcement. They came out with the boneless wings. I think Dale had a boner like crazy when I sent him that, didn't you, Dale?
Oh yeah, man, I gotta try those. When's rib weekend again? I feel like I almost need to just double it up with a rib weekend and go get some because I am a couple hours away. But I need to make it like real special. If I'm driving just for food 4 hours, I better get like a lot of food. I better get my ribs and my wings. I better get it.
Saturday,
but they're worth it. I know Midwest Best is worth it because they're
every third Saturday. Although I think December they take a third Saturday off in December, but every third Saturday they do ribs. But and you can, when you get there, wash it down with some 50 West beer, or you can go to 50 West, get a burger there and that awesome fry sauce, which I'm praying to God they're going to sell in stores soon. And also, while you're eating all that, while you're going to those places, look nice wearing the chop shop.
That's true. If you walk in there, they're going to give you a 0% discount if you're wearing chop shop shit. You can walk in and be like, I'm wearing chop shop stuff. And they'll be like, all right, let me mark you down for that 0% discount.
Yeah. On election day, they gave you fries if you go to, but if you wear a chop shop shirt, you get a lifetime supply of burgers. Just kidding.
Yeah, Jen, that's the thing, man. I haven't done it yet. I've only ever made my Midwest trips usually around something else. But I mean, they are good. That's what. Yeah. It's 2 hours each way. So listen, like if I'm driving the Eastgate Mall is very close. So like I plan where I'm not just getting food. I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna do something, be like, all right, kids, we'll go to the mall, but then we're gonna stop at Midwest Best,
Yeah.
Maybe it's my secret plan of why I'm going, but
no, we need to make the boneless Grippo wings the Altman wings. Right now,
I don't need that.
Also, Jen, I just want to say that's because you haven't had Midwest Best. If you had Midwest Best,
come on,
you would every once in a while make the 4-hour drive to Midwest Best.
She might not be 4 hours away. I'm 2 hours away. It's 2 hours each way. It's not.
If you do go, Jen, though, I'm telling you, G-Funk and the mac and cheese. And I know you like a margarita, and I don't think they have those there.
You can get both. Or the Dillinator wings, too.
The Dillinator wings are good. They're a very close second, but the G-Funk.
Oh, G-Funk is number one for me. The
number one.
Are close, yeah.
But, yeah, any other Bengals talk? Because I need to get out of here
I do have one more thing to say about the team. Thank you.
That's good. That's a very good statement.
Yeah, that's my defense report.
That's accurate.
Feel better.
What?
We might as well not even talk about Zach Taylor leaving because Mike Brown don't do this.
Zach Taylor is not the problem. I don't feel like Zach Taylor's the problem. Like people say Zach Taylor's the problem. Like,
I love the aggressiveness too. I would go for that 2-point conversion over and over.
I would do it 10 times over. Yes.
Like people say Zach Taylor's the problem. Like,
call better play though.
How's Zach Taylor a problem? Joe Burrow is got what? How many touchdowns does he have? Like he leads the NFL in touchdowns, doesn't he?
I think, and yards.
Ja'Marr Chase. So, I mean, what's the problem with the play calling? The fucking offense seems to be clicking. Zach Taylor's not the problem. The problem is Uncle fucking Mikey and his fucking goon squad, the Blackburns. At this point, Jesus Christ, because I'm salty because they fucking tricked me. In 2020, I was fooled. They went out and got the number one quarterback in the draft. And then the next year, they got the number one wide receiver in the draft, and I was fooled. And they masked the problems that we've been dealing with as Bengals fans the entire fucking time. And you know what? Fucking Katie, Elizabeth, Mikey, Duke, whoever the fuck wants to get a little clip of this show, fix things. Because this is how we all feel, man. We're waiting for you to do something for us. And fucking your social media team putting up fucking corny shit every once in a while doesn't keep us happy. Winning games keeps us happy. Why the fuck can't we have nice things, Dale?
I don't know. I would.
We do have to say congratulations to Captain Jeff, fans of the year.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations, Dick. Bengals
but,
captain and Hubei. Fan of
Oh,
the
yeah.
year.
And then I mean number one for me is everything we've talked about. I feel like now I'm just beating a dead horse talking about it over and over and over again. The scouting department, the things that the front office doesn't do to support the talent. You were given a golden ticket in Joe Burrow. You were given another golden ticket in Ja'Marr Chase. Don't waste how special those guys are.
Don't get for granted.
Given another golden ticket, Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, you've got the leading sack guy, you've got the leading receiver, you've got the leading quarterback in the NFL, and you're 4-6. The defense, though, like, yes, front office, number one for me, but number two, the defense is broken. It was broken last year. It's more broken this year. You can say, yeah, the player losses, this, that, and the other, but part of Lou's job is evaluating talent more than anywhere else. It's bringing in players, identifying the talent in free agency, identifying it in the draft. He gets a bigger say here than he would at any other team in the league. And then you got to go out there and you got to be able to put your guys in position to make plays, not soft zones, not this dumb shit, rushing 3 on a 3rd and 17 that we've seen some this year. Different things that we've seen that is just breaks your back in a game. So Patriots claimed him.
That's say something about Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah, the Patriots claimed him. That's so stupid. You're not even in anything. Like, fuck out, fucking bitch. That's a bitch move. I'd be curious if we put in a claim, but Lou, back to Lou, man. It's time, right? After this season, I'm not saying if you fire him now, it's going to make a damn difference. I wanted him fired 4 weeks ago, to shake things up.
It would make a difference
and be able to get another guy in here.
I think the difference that you would make right now is with the fan base. Maybe during the bye week, because if we go out on the West Coast and we do lose,
get our ass kicked, and that's
if you ask me, that's the point of
4 and 7. If we're 4-7, yeah, and we gave up like 30 or 40 points. Yeah, Joe Burrow's math, 7 out of 9, and now it's 6 out of 7, and that would be 6 out of 6. Then you got to win out. I mean, at what fucking point do they? I'm just saying, like, the Lou move would at least somewhat settle the fan base. It seems like it seems like a move to me that you're going to make in the offseason anyway. Please. Well, at minimum, unless you win out and all of a sudden things change, but the defense is broken. If you win out, it's going to be on the back of Burrow like everything's been, and you're still losing games. Yeah. So at worst, what I'm saying, and Chop, I think if he lose, but I won't count on them to fire a guy in season. They don't typically do it. No. Who was it, Derek? You said before, like Terrell Austin or something. That one year that was just god awful, and he was god awful before he got here.
Well, I mean, the Bengals did for the second or third time in franchise history actually get someone before the trade deadline with Khalil Herbert. So I'm just saying, like, this is something they don't normally do. So, I mean, I'm not – but I also agree it ain't going to do shit for us.
Well, and I'm just saying, regardless if they do, because I'm cool with that, it's not working. I don't care. Get him out now. But at worst, you got to go find somebody for this defense. If Zach's back next year, you got to find somebody to coach this damn defense.
Yes.
You can't keep doing this shit.
Hopefully they fire Mike Zimmer down there in Dallas, and then they fire Lou Anarumo, and Mike Zimmer can come back. What would you think about that?
He's so old.
I know he is old, man, but
I love Zimmer too, man. That's why you say that, and it hurts me so bad because I loved everything about Zimmer here. He's like one of my favorite coaches of all time.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think I would go that route with Mike Zimmer at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I don't know who. I'm just saying. Fuck, Lou wasn't their first, second, third, fourth, or fifth choice originally either. Like, they couldn't get anybody they wanted.
One of the choices was the Florida defensive coordinator, and he turned us down to stay in Florida.
Do you bring back Al Golden? He's coaching Notre Dame's defense right now, and he coached here on linebackers, so they like guys they have some kind of connection with. And he was a pretty good linebacker coach, and Notre Dame has a phenomenal defense, So Al Golden, I don't know if he'd want it, but I mean,
that's like
if I was a coach and I could do the same job in the NFL or college. I'm sorry, but I ain't trying to go recruit all these kids and spend all those hours on the road. I think I'd rather coach in the NFL, but I don't know. Everybody's different, And it may just come down to money. And we
Chad agrees with you. This guy here, Robert Saleh, he's
Robert Saleh.
probably going back to the 49ers from what
he's probably going back.
And he with Green Bay right now.
Yeah, he's helping out with Green Bay, so maybe if something shakes out there, he just sticks. But yeah, 49ers would make sense. But yeah, I mean, give me that too. Yeah, if he's out there as an option for D coordinator. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be some guys, and listen, I appreciate the things that Lou did in some of those playoff runs and stepped up. But at some point, man, it just ain't working. You gotta switch it up, and it's just time.
What's Tennessee's old head coach?
Who?
Tennessee's head coach.
Yeah, their old head coach.
Old? I don't know.
Oh, Mike Vrabel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, got you. Well, I think he probably, I don't know, maybe he would do D coordinator. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea either.
For
whatever reason, Derek, I was blanking because I started thinking of college, and I'm like, I don't know. What the hell? I was thinking of college.
Mike Vrabel's going to want more money than what Cincinnati's going to pay, if you ask me.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And if Ryan Day don't win the national title, Vrabel could end up back at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Head coach there. That wouldn't surprise me.
Well, Vrabel or Fickle, one of those two.
Nah, Fickle ain't no good at Wisconsin, brother.
Nah, Fickle sucks.
Rex Ryan, hey, he said he'd go back and coach the Jets. I don't know if he just wants to be a head coach or he just wants back in coaching, period. A lot of those guys love it so much. He is getting older, but it does. Like a guy like that, I mean, he was always a good defensive guy. Could he step back in and do it? I don't know. Interesting name, though, Chris.
I tell you what, if Cleveland fires the whole defense, their whole coaching staff, give me Jim Schwartz. I'll take him here in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's another good name. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Will we get any of those if they're even out there? Who the fuck knows? Well, the one guy got fired too, Dennis Allen. Didn't we like him a lot? And he's a defensive guy from the Saints. That's another name, dude. I'm telling you, there's some defensive guys to get.
Who was that one D coordinator we thought we had? Apparently, he just Zach didn't agree with the system he wanted. He wanted to continue Marvin's system. Jack Del Rio. I thought we had him. I wanted Jack
Del Rio. From what I heard, he didn't want to come here.
I think like. I've heard different things that Zach didn't want. Go ahead, Greg. What
I heard was what someone told me is he wanted to continue Marvin Lewis's defense, but Zach Taylor wanted to run sub packages. He wanted to get more creative. They just didn't see eye to eye. That's what I heard.
That makes sense, and that probably happens a lot. But
yeah,
I know they went after like Todd Grantham, who is at like Florida's D coordinator. Yeah, I don't remember who else, but there's multiple guys.
Well, Dustin says Ron Livingston. He's Colorado's defense.
He was our safeties coach, and he was a scout before that here. This is his first year as their D coordinator, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how great that would be. I'm not completely opposed, but it just seems like there's guys who've done it and done it at a higher level in the NFL as coordinators that are going to be available. I mean, we're able to come up with quite a few names between the chat and you guys, so
yeah.
We'll see.
Why we lean on the Brew Crew. Help
Absolutely.
Us out.
Beat Ohio State football tomorrow.
Yeah, they play like Purdue. And listen, you can't take any team lightly, but Purdue's they're about as good as fucking Alex Kappa and Cordell Volson at football.
I feel like LSU's probably playing somebody like we haven't played Georgia or Arkansas yet, so it's got to be one of them, right?
I have no idea, man.
Are we ranked number 2 now?
The playoff, they did their first playoff rankings, and the Buckeyes were number 2 behind Oregon.
It is Alabama. Fucking LSU's got Alabama.
Alabama. I thought it might have been that, and that should be a fun game at least.
Yeah.
And they're at LSU, so they're in Death Valley. That's one
I'll have to watch because man, a lot of prospects, baby. Got to get that draft ready. I got that draft guide out there. But what's the draft guide? Ooh wait, it's draft season.
It's at 7:30 tomorrow night, man.
Yeah, Sasquatch Sports says, I think they'll just promote from within. I don't know about Marion Hobby. I don't know who the hell the linebacker coach is now, but I can't remember the name either. But I don't know, man. I mean, I could see like a connection like Al Golden if he'd want to come back just because he's been here. Or even Livingston from Colorado.
Now, whoever it is, it's not going to be some like big fancy name that we're
if they even do it, they might just say, let's run it back with Lou. Because I can tell you one thing, Lou is not getting a head coaching job.
At this point, that's what I would count on.
It wouldn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me anymore with this organization. It's very disheartening as a fan.
I'm too lost in my Bengals grieving. It's Bengals first for sure.
It's fair.
So, yeah, Bengals, guess what? LA Chargers next week. I know their schedule. Then we got the bye.
All right, guys. We were only going to do about a half an hour. We still ended up doing an hour. Man, it's frustrating as hell being a Bengals fan right now. But you know what? We've been doing this shit a long time as Bengals fans.
Yes, we have. It's
We've
the
been
feeling that we're used to. We just
Yes.
got bamboozled.
I haven't had this bad of a feeling about the Bengals, though, in a long, long time because it was the bamboozlement, Chop. I really thought things are changing. We're getting some changes. They're going to, do
Lipstick.
the
They
things
put lipstick
to
on the pig, and we
They
all
did.
kissed it.
They did, and I believed them.
It was some
And they
good lipstick,
got me.
though. It was some good fucking lipstick, Dale. A little blush.
They were looking pretty hot, and now I woke up the
2
next
a.m.
morning. I woke up the next morning and saw them without their makeup, and I said, "Oh damn, boy, what did you do last night?" And after that 2 a.m. fucking hookup, at 2 a.m. hookup when they look good, when they look like a 10 at 2.
Tina, peace.
Hey, Tina. Love you, Tina.
Doctor for the STD check.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, brothers. Well, I appreciate
Hoagie
it.
the Electric Smoogie and BSG are brothers. What the fuck is Hoagie the Electric Smogie?
Oh, it's that,
Is that one of the puppets?
Yeah,
What is it, Derek?
one of the puppets.
Puppets for what?
With John Sheeran and that show, the Bengals show.
Oh,
Puppets.
okay, I got you. The puppet show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point, Crip. And that's good positivity right there to end it on a positive note. Wouldn't know y'all if it wasn't
That's
for the
true.
Bengals. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. And that's the thing, man. We wouldn't even know each other. We're doing a show
That's
together.
true, man.
A lot of cool people that I've met through the Bengals stuff, and a lot of good friendships. So
Except for
at the
Derek.
end of the day, that's something, right? That's got to count for something.
Right.
Except
I said
there,
except for
fuck
Derek.
that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck Derek. Not him.
Fuck him. Fuck Casper Dick.
That's one of the casualties of being a Bengals fan.
Yeah.
Guy brings jalapenos to a fucking tailgate. Don't even taste like jalapenos.
Derek.
They taste like pickles. He said he doesn't like the taste of jalapenos. A lot of people don't like the taste of jalapenos and like the taste of pickles. Eat pickles.
They eat pickles.
But Derek eats jalapenos that taste like pickles.
We might get the
Genius.
bye week. We might. Bengals versus the bye. We might. I don't know. That'll be a
That's
close
a
one.
loss. That's a loss.
Uh,
At this point, the defense is going to fuck up our bye.
yeah. Oh, Natty Ron, we're all going down with the ship. And that's the thing. Every time the game comes on, the positivity, the spark, the hope, the joy, it usually comes back at least for a little bit, and then it fades away after.
Even
And
Bengals
then-
and Bourbon started to get positive.
Yeah, it might have been his fault because he was negative and we were winning, and then he got positive, and then we shit the bed.
He's got to go back to the negative.
I told him in the chat, like, you need to get back to negative. We need negative Matt.
That's a good point. All right, fellas. I hope everyone does have a great weekend. And, we love the Bengals, but it's not life. Take care of your mentals.
Exactly.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Just love one another, man. Life's short. Got to enjoy what you can while you
If
can.
it makes you feel better, go Chop Shop and buy 5, 6, 8 shirts. That usually makes me feel a lot better after a loss. I rejuvenate myself.
I rejuvenated myself when I couldn't sleep about 3 a.m. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
rejuvenated myself again this morning. So I just
Hell
been
yeah.
rejuvenating myself. I'm taking care of my mentals by taking care of my Hector down there. Hector. I don't really have a name for it. But
I was trying to think of something that would rhyme with mentals. It would be funny, but I really didn't have
Genital.
anything.
What?
You had it right there, genital.
Mental. You took out your mental on your genital.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Fix the
Genital
mental
for the mental.
by taking care of the genital.
The
There we
genital
go.
mental. The genital mental.
And we'll